respect by taking that to the media.
Don, here's the thing. Arteta's been around long enough. I know this is his first main coaching job, but as a player and then as assistant coach, to surely know that going to the press and saying this will only result in ridicule as opposed to anybody going, oh, you know what? You're in 15th, but it doesn't matter. You're right, because these percentages make sense. Why is he so naive doing this?
I have no idea, Dan. It's desperation. It can only be desperation because Mikel Arteta is an intelligent man. He knows the game. He knows what he's seeing. And, he's rattling off all these percentages here, there and everywhere. I'll take you back to a game a couple of months ago when they played West Ham Arsenal. And West Ham absolutely battered Arsenal. And Arsenal scored in the last 5-10 minutes of the game and won. He's not taking those percentages into games where they've nicked the win or they've nicked a point here, there and everywhere. His team's in a horrendous run of form. I got asked the question today, are Arsenal in a relegation battle? And I couldn't get my head around it. And I thought, well, of course they're not, because they'll get out of it. But then you look at it and you go, the run that they're on, the position that they're in, manager's scratching his head coming out with rubbish. The players have lost confidence. No one seems to be scoring goals. There's no plan anymore. Of course we're in a relegation battle. It's ludicrous, I know, because we're all pretty sure they'll get out of it. But at the same time, he can't keep, as Craig said, he can't keep just rolling out the same players, losing games. Because something will happen, and if it carries on, he'll end up losing his job, which will be a shame, I think.
Frank, I'm second-guessing things here, but you would have a feeling that he would be in the dressing room saying similar things to the players, going, look at the stats, look at the percentage, we should have won that game. How does that come across to players who are on this horrible run? Do they accept any of it?
Of course not. As soon as he would leave the dressing room, people will say, well, where that guy lives in another planet. We just have to look on how we play and the way we play and the player that he maybe picks who makes the thing that not working. That's the only thing. And as Craig said, everybody will be laughing and say the guy lost completely, the command of the squad. It doesn't. I'm sure Arteta doesn't even believe on what he said. The fans don't buy it. The player neither, and we don't either believe on what he said. So why he did say that? To justify the fact he's 15 in the table, and because he's a coach of Arsenal, he shouldn't be in that position. But just maybe sometimes just keep on working, be quiet, try to find a solution, but don't comment like that because you look like a fool.
He's suggesting he played well at Everton at the weekend, Dan. He didn't.
No.
He didn't. I mean, for those and I think I said it at the weekend on Saturday on the show, I said, listen, if you think Arsenal come out and had more of the ball in the second half and, in injury time, they had a good minute, and I think that's all they had in the game, a good minute. It was more to do with Everton because, as I said at the weekend, Everton under Ancelotti have got a habit of just dropping off, particularly when they're in the lead, and saying, OK, we'll get bodies behind the ball and we'll use Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin on the counter-attack. So that's smoke and mirrors to think they had the odd chance against Everton late on, or they had a bit more of the ball. Listen, I'm surmising here, but having been in dressing rooms, I kind of think I know what's going on here. Is he's got a bunch of yes men alongside him and the coaching staff probably who've said, listen, we're not actually playing that bad, and they've got all these stats out, and look at the stats, look at this and look at that, and look at the possession and look at the territory in the game. And somebody suggested to him that he could roll this out and it might take the heat off him. I kind of get